So let's talk about it. This movie was fantastic, and I have so much to say about it, so I'm gonna break it up into parts. The acting in this movie was a big part of why I loved it. All the child actors were really well cast, and I can definitely see them being in a lot more stuff in the future. Special mention to Finn Wolfhard, one of the kid actors in this movie. He also played kind of the main protagonist in Stranger Things, which is very similar in tone to this film, and I guarantee being on something like Stranger Things made Finn prepared to act in It. The other big main character is obviously It itself, Pennywise, played by Bob Skarsgård. He did a terrific job portraying this character. Every time he was on screen, I was super uncomfortable, and I think that's the correct feeling you should have. The plot was awesome. I mean, it was pretty simple on a surface level, but that's a good thing, I think. It was a solid horror movie that was mixed with a coming-of-age, Goonies-esque story that was very entertaining to see play out.
And that's just grown-ups. Kids are worse.
Oh man, this score was great. It was atmospheric, eerie, and made you super uncomfortable, which again is a good thing. I also highly recommend you go download the soundtrack because even outside of the movie, there's just some really good songs that I personally listen to casually. You can listen on Spotify, YouTube, and Google Play, so go do that. Like I said, this film is fantastic, but as with everything, there were some flaws, however small they are. I only had two main issues with it, one of them being with the character Mike, portrayed by the actor Chosen Jacobs. For me, he was the weakest character in the film. He was very one-note and had almost no character development, and when he was actually delivering some dialogue, there was really no personality behind what he was saying. Each kid in the Losers Club had their own unique trait they brought to the table. Bill was the nervous, stuttering one who lost his brother to this creature. Ben was this new kid trying to fit in. Beverly was the girl next door character who was misunderstood. Richie was this kid who tried to come off as witty and act like he was too cool for the situation, when in fact he actually really did care. Eddie and Stanley had a little less screen time than the others, but even they still had stuff that made them unique. Mike had nothing at all. He basically was a vessel for explaining the plot. You may as well have had the director step out and tell us exactly what was going on. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly which parts I'm talking about. The second issue I had with it is the main bully, Henry Bowers. He was awful. He comes off as a complete psychopath, and it's really hard to view him as an actual person. This dude tries to carve his name into the skin of a child with his knife, and was going to attempt to murder a cat. I don't know, it's explained that he is the way he is because his dad is abusive, but I couldn't imagine a kid being that messed up. Overall, It 2017 was a near perfect film. I loved almost everything about it, and I highly recommend you watch this movie in a packed theater, because something about experiencing it with other people really enhances this film. That's all I've got to say about It. As always, tell me what you guys thought in the comments. I'd love to talk about it. You can follow me on Instagram at wowitsjake_YouTube for updates and announcements and behind the scenes pictures and videos. Or follow me on Twitter at wowitsjake1. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm trying to make at least one video a week, so subscribe and you won't miss anything. See you next time.